we know spread far and wide. In fact, I would not even be surprised if he has an office in every country in the world. But how many of us know that he has some intricate links, especially between India and America, where individuals move back and forth and they are furthering his agenda in one way or the other. So I'm just taking a few examples here in this monologue just to kind of draw your attention to some of the people who have been associated. And when these things start rearing their ugly head, you know where the source of all the funding is coming from. Here we go. Some of the content in this presentation has been done courtesy the Disinfo Lab, and we have used some of the content from them. And there's a full link on, there are 16 or 17 slides, and these are only 5 or 6 that I'm going to use here. So you can take a look at that to understand the full scope of the amount of penetration that has happened. So where are we going with this? You may have seen this drawing in TV shows, in perhaps other social media platform videos and so on and so forth. But let me just walk you through this real quick. On your left at 9 o'clock is Reporters Without Borders, Freedom House and Doc Society. These three are like media publications. They are publishing data all the time. And guess who are the people they are funding? For one, Anurima Bhargava, she has been getting funding from Doc Society. She used to be part of USCIRF. She was the Hindu representative in USCIRF, if I remember correctly, 1 or 2 years, and she was appointed to that post by Nancy Pelosi. I mean, I have to tell you this. I've tried to reach out to her via phone as well as via email, and never, no answers whatsoever. Of course, what do you expect from a Hindu representative? She's not going to be picking up calls from Hindus for whatever questions. Anyway, so this is just my experience. If somebody's experience has been better, please do leave by way of comments. So this is Anurima Bhargava. And how did she, and then there's Harsh Mandar. I just want to finish this circle and then go on to specific individuals. Then you have the Dalit Diva, Thenmozhi Soundararajan. So we are going to talk about a few of these individuals. And there are also some dotted line connects that I will talk about. So here we go. Anurima Bhargava, interesting case. She got a 25,000 grant from Open Society. And this is their filings, okay? 25,000 in 2018 and 165 grant, that is $165,000 grant in 2019. Good money just to do some basic research and perhaps go to look at scroll.in or some of the left, the news, print and news laundry, news minute, news this, news that, nuisance this, and then come up with a paper. So essentially, writing in an echo chamber to try and create some amplification. Suddenly the noise bursts out, everybody looks there, and then it subsides. So this is Anurima Bhargava for you. The next person who calls herself Dalit Diva, I think that is her Twitter handle, if I'm not wrong. Now, she used to be part of AANA. I don't even want to guess what that alphabet soup means. Then she has now been very actively involved with Equality Labs. There were some other people who jumped on the wagon, but it was too obvious when you looked at the antecedents of her co-founders who quietly withdrew, or their names have been sanitized and the website doesn't throw any more names other than this person. She is prominently featured there. Now, Equality Labs, we have talked about it many episodes now. We have talked about where she gets her funding from, CAIR, IIMC, all, internally, they probably get some funding from Soros. They also used to get funding from Muslim Brotherhood and a terrorist organization. And CAIR itself is declared as a terrorist organization in a couple of countries. Again, these are all videos that I have done in the past. You can get it from there. Now, she had another organization called Dalit Nation, which she co-founded with 𝗏𝗟𝗏 Karunakaran. I don't know much about Dalit Nation, but Equality Labs has been the one making a lot of noise on caste discrimination. Remember that lawsuit that's going on in Cisco? And I also had a hangout recently with Nikunj Trivedi and Sandhya. You can take a look at that one also. Sandhya Devraj, you can look at that also. Also, the last one is Salil Shetty. Maybe not the last one, last but one. Salil Shetty, his father is V.T. Rajshekhar, who, before Dalit Diva started representing the Dalit interests, he used to be the one doing all that stuff. Dalit causes, Dalit nation, Dalit outrage, Dalit this, Dalit that. Maybe this is some sort of okay, now I'm done. You can take it and run with the baton. Now Salil Shetty suddenly finds himself as a vice president of Open Society Foundation in India. You find him marching with Rahul Gandhi in Bharat Jodo Yatra. You can start looking at some of the people who were with Rahul Gandhi, and you will see a lot of connects back to this man, George Soros. I'm not going to do that thing. You guys can do that thing as an exercise. Here is the latest revelation. Her name is Sushma Rahman. I have not had a chance to get her photograph, but I'm just going to show you from her own website. It says that she has been managing multi-million-dollar portfolios for the Ford Foundation as well as Open Society Foundation. In that in itself is not wrong. But what was the problem? Well, it turns out that Sushma, knowing fully well that 𝗤𝙗𝗬𝗏𝗀𝘃𝗀 Foundation did not have an FCRA approval, granted them $290,000, $2.9 lakh, a lot of money. And this happened in some years ago. This came up by way of the investigation that is going on right now on 𝗤𝙗𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗃 and 𝗏 Foundation. So you can see one way or the other, George Soros has been able to, spread his tentacles around. He wants to be able to create chaos on demand. That's how I see it. We may see it differently. Please leave your comments and tell me what you think. And also, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications.